You know what? This does not suck. Sitting up here, there's still no sports on. Welcome to the Whiskey One podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Big Mike.
No sports on, but we've got Talladega Nights on the TV
we're
right now.
We're zoning out a little bit right now. I almost forgot my bzzz.
I'm in for this episode, but also it's Talladega Nights.
It's one of those that while you're channel surfing, right? That's on my list. If I see it, I gotta stop and just gander at where they are in the movie. And,
see, yeah, there's the Puma.
Yeah,
see? Oh, man. So good. I love this thing.
No, it's a great movie. Look, he has this shank that Grandma's making him throw away. Not my prison shank.
Well, welcome to episode 38.
Look at that, buddy.
Yeah, best, worst idea ever. Well, you and I are do we pull back the curtain and just so we're on vacation this week.
Yeah, I'm kind of slowly checking out.
Yep, we're going to, I mean, you're going to be Mexico.
Yep.
I'm going to be over in Central Oregon.
Yep. And
there's not going to be a lot of like really brilliant stuff that we do.
No.
And yet it will all be brilliant. So Amazon just delivered something for our vacation, and I showed you what's going on, and you're like, oh, like,
I can't wait to get photos.
I think we should all go out to dinner. Just be in public like that.
That's right.
Oh, man. Well, so this week we're drinking the standard, like the kind of a standard bottle that you see everywhere.
Yeah, you see it everywhere.
Yeah,
there's
OG.
Thousands of articles and reviews written about it, right?
Yep.
People have called it, the best non-unicorn bourbon out there that you can't, find, and this and that. It's a cheap one. It could be, besides some of the bottle and bond. This damn near has to be one of.
This is what, 27?
I don't even know. I think it was under 20. I think it was like 19. 8. I mean, it was something. It was. I don't think I spent more than. No. I think it's under 20.
Yeah. Yeah. So Elijah Craig, small batch.
Yeah.
Kind of, the everyday bourbon, and they claim, first to char oak barrels and that kind of stuff. It's under the Heaven Hill brand, right?
Yep, Heaven Hill.
Yeah, but
Elijah Craig, the father of bourbon.
Yep.
No, I told you I was running low on some staples that I needed for some friends that come over that they don't know what they're drinking or care that they're drinking. $10, $20 bottle, $50. It's all kind of tasting the same. Or if you're mixing it with something, I'm
not breaking out the Blantons for you to make a whiskey Coke.
Man, I'll slap you on your face.
But this is, so we're talking an under $20 bottle, and I think solid. I think it's a solid pick. So we'll see how she does.
All right. Well, here we go.
All right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Oh, there's going to be a lot of cheersing on vacation.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. I should have ordered myself like a good tumbler.
Yeah.
Something really cheesy that, I can carry around and just, seasons itself over the whole vacation. Kind of getting a little mix of all the booze that gets mixed in with it the whole time. Yeah. That seems like a great idea.
Yeah, we need it because it's just going to be humid as shit in Mexico and those swim-up bars.
Yeah.
So this way, have a mix of cocktail, slam it in there. I can go do a little floating in the pool. Has a lid on it.
Yeah, keeps the pool water out because we all know what that pool water is.
Come on. That's especially at a swim-up bar. You motherfuckers aren't moving all day, and you're sitting there drinking. I know what's happening because I'm doing the same thing.
Oh God, yeah. No, I mean those are industrial filters and everything else. I'm sure it's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah,
A lot
but
of chlorine.
our little pool out back, that little above ground thing we put up this year, do not pee in that one.
All right,
That is, I'm not draining the whole thing just because you decided to just use it as a urinal.
I won't pee in your pool.
Thank you.
I'll whip it out and go right off the edge.
Yeah. No, remember we got the urinal in the back.
Yeah,
right?
you got the black
Little
PVC,
pipe there.
right?
Yeah, so we got it, and I think one of our projects is to take an old keg and plasma cut that thing up
man,
and mount it to the
down.
pipe.
I'm still down. You just let me know.
Just out there causing trouble, starting to light things on fire. It'll be great.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong.
Oh. All right, so you're going Mexico, I'm going Central Oregon. What's one of the best but maybe worst vacations you've done? It sounded like a great idea, but everything was a fucking shit show, or it sounded like it was going to be a shit show and it turned out great.
Well, the first one that comes to mind is, I'm going to offend a few people out there, so quick history. I grew up in Southern California, so amusement parks, Disney, Six Flags, Knott's, all the water parks. Been to them all, right? Hundreds of times. For me, then becoming an adult and a parent, it was always a double-edged sword for taking young kids to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Because the planning and the anticipation, right? They're so excited. You get to see them just in that state of this is the best thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
But as a parent, oh man, when they're young and you have strollers and diaper bags and you're literally, you're there from, open to close, and the amount of work and planning. And if you go with young kids, they're usually skipping naps or they're sleeping in the stroller, so they're not They were, like I said, incredible times. My folks had a timeshare out in Orlando, so we used to do Disney World every other year. So it was awesome to see the kids, right? Just Mickey and the princesses and all. Yeah. I mean, Disney, they know how to do that stuff, right? Yeah. So it was always cool to see them there and the interaction with the characters and everything, but it was right? You have to wake up early. You got to pack up fucking 800 bags and this and that, and then
you're already covered in sweat before you've made it out of the room.
Yes, and by the end of the day, someone's crying and fighting and this, and it's so that was always the double-edged sword vacations for me, right?
Yep.
Awesome. I love to watch just the excitement that they're having, right?
Yep.
But it's all the other stuff. All the other stuff. Because they're freaking long days. Unless you are fortunate enough to stay on property, right? Yeah. And we were always in a timeshare, so it was, a 10 or 15 minutes. So we were there. I mean, we weren't leaving. I mean, we would pack up the car, leave the timeshare in the morning, and drive to Disney, and then park. And now we're here. We're not. There's no fucking going back at noon to dip in the pool and take a nap. So
God,
it
I
was.
wish.
You know what I mean? We're there, and to get our money's worth, we are staying here. Staying on property is a little different. I've done that once before, where you can peel away, right?
Yeah.
Walk back to the resort.
Yep.
And if the kids are small, they're tuckered out anyways. They can go do a little swimming in the pool, and you do have that leisure time, which helps. But it's not for everyone, and the freaking it's not the cheapest. To stay on property, right? No. So I've only done it once ever, and it does give you that flexibility of breaking it up. But no, we were hardcore when we were taking the kids when they were younger. Like I said, we're we're in the car. I hope no one forgot anything.
Yeah.
Because we're here for the whole day. We're not leaving till after dinner time.
Yeah. 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 And your meltdown is not going to change that.
Nope. We're here.
No, Disney does it well, but there's so much to see in Disney, whether it's world or land, that you really got to go. And at that age, they're not capable of going at that rate. Like, we did it this year for spring break, and even at 17 and 15, by the end of the day, it was a lot of whining, and I think the 40-plus-year-olds were whining just as much. Like, yeah, dude, my fucking feet hurt.
Oh, dude.
My knees hurt. I think I'm chafing in new places. Like, no, all right, I'm good. Let's just crash out for a little bit. Oh, we're gonna get up and rope drop again tomorrow.
I was just joking someone the other week when we had the anniversary party at TAP. I looked at my step count, and I actually compared it to a day at Disney. I forgot because I get the feet pulse, man.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
When you're laying in bed after an all day amusement, fill in the blank. I don't care what amusement park you're in, right? Concrete, stairs, lines, like.
Or even like some dance competitions, like where there's just a lot of walking. You lay down on that bed and you can feel your heartbeat in your feet. Yeah.
So what was the 17th? So Wednesday, the first day of the anniversary party, Big Mike did 25,000 steps.
Jesus.
I did over. Look at that, 12 miles. And that
Holy
crap.
That
was the peak. And when I was looking, I was like, dude, that's like Disney, because those are the numbers that I do. Those are literally Disney numbers when you're walking around from land to land and ride to ride, and all the switchbacks and the queues for the line, right? Oh, God, just when you get back to wherever you're staying, just your boom, 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 boom.
I mean, like, as much as I kind of mock some of the people that get in the scooters, sometimes I understand it.
Oh, I totally understand it now, man.
Yeah. Like, what I wouldn't give for just... like, just let me be in a scooter for a little bit, just for in-between areas, and then I'll stand in line. I'll park my scooter. I can stand in line, but it's that walk, like, from one side of the park to the other, because you've got a lightning lane past someplace. Oh, yeah, that's brutal.
And it's just everything, right? It's like where the trams or the shuttles drop you off, or where it's literally from the moment you wake up and close that hotel door or wherever you're staying, that door for the day, you're pretty much on your feet.
Yep.
I mean, sure, you stop, you got your 2 minutes to ride, and if you do lunch, but dude, this 6'4" frame walking all day, I want to get back to the room and I just cry.
But you still got to take a shower, get cleaned up, and everything else,
and then start the war planning for the next day. All right, so we did now this park. Tomorrow is this one. Here's what I'm thinking. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's rough.
So that's my best and worst kind of all wrapped up into one, like I said, because I do appreciate, especially small, right?
Yep.
Like if you watch the Disney movies with the kids, and now they're seeing the characters, and that's the one. I mean, Disney. If you're super into the extreme rides, probably not your cup of tea, right? The rides are good, but what Disney does well is just
the immersion into all the different lands and groups and people,
right?
And
the princesses and the characters, and they talk to the kids, and just.
I mean, Star Wars Land alone is impressive.
Yep.
I mean that
no,
is
like I said, the
very
things they
done.
build, the things they do, the interaction they have with their guests.
Yep.
It's all top notch, right?
Yeah.
It's just, but they're days.
Yeah, they are.
They're
days.
Frickin' days. So that's my. That's
I think if we lived in the area and we were there often, that's one thing.
Yep.
Like that's all right, fine. We can go and we'll just do a little bit. But if you're planning a vacation there, let's get this shit done. We're hitting it all.
Dude, it's not cheap nowadays, right?
No.
I mean, I think aren't they over $100 a day per person?
At least, yeah.
So, I mean,
plus Lightning Lane
yeah.
or Genie Plus or whatever
that's
the hell
what I'm
they
saying,
want.
man.
Yeah,
It's a financial commitment. So you don't want to just go there, sit on a fucking bench, and then eat a turkey leg for 3 hours. It's like, all right, it just cost us $600 for the family to go into this park for the day.
Yeah,
We
stepped in and we're already negative 600. Let's see how we can claw this back.
It's like, all right, gang, we're going to do everything to get our money's worth.
Fully agree. So you're right. It's the best worst idea ever because it's great and it's memorable and you at the end of the day it's fantastic, but it costs a shit ton of money and your body just hurts afterwards.
Even in my younger days when the kids were younger, it's just like,
it's when they would pass out at some point and you're carrying them in the heat.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time we were there and we were staying just off property but I could literally see our hotel from where we were at World of Color.
Yeah.
And McKenna just passed out. So it's 9:30. She's 6 or 7 or something like that. She is passed out. So now I'm carrying this limp noodle. Like it's not like she's like holding onto my neck and I'm carrying her. No, this is just like
dead weight.
Rag doll.
Yep.
And I'm carrying her and I'm like, God, can we just hit the emergency exit over there and go straight over to the hotel? Because now we've got to walk all the way back out to the exit, go down through the whole downtown Disney area, then take a left, and then go around here, and then go around here, and then we're at the hotel. By the time we get there, and this is when I was in, like, Iron Man Ray's shape, my arms are burning, my legs are burning. I'm like, I should have just woken this little shit up and made her walk. But because you're a dad, you just do this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, no, best worst idea ever. So we did one a few years ago where Joanna wanted to go out to Montana to see a family member that she hadn't seen in a long time. She lives out in kind of central Montana area, near Glacier National Park.
Okay.
So she goes, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to drive out there. We'll stop somewhere in Idaho for the first night, see a friend that we know there. Then we're going to drive through to Montana. We'll spend a few days out in Montana with them, maybe go see Glacier Park, kind of do some things that they want to do, hang out with them. And then we'll drive back and we'll stop in Walla Walla and we'll do wine tasting for a day or so. And then we'll come back. This is the first time we've done like a real like drive vacation because almost every other time, like, we'll drive down to Grants Pass, so 5.5 hours, 6 hours to drive down there, but then you're there. So it's just a day of driving. This is multiple days of driving with kids that are like 9 and 11. And they're not necessarily like, we've got iPads, but that only lasts so long before they start to really snip at each other. And we're driving through these gorgeous mountains and everything else, but they're just staring at their screen. And by the time they look up from their screen, we're just in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
And they're like, this is boring. How much longer do we have? And I'm like, well, we're still in Oregon. So at least another day and a half. Figure your shit out. Like, let's play the license plate game. That sort of worked. It kind of works. Like, it keeps them entertained for a little bit. But then it's mostly, Joanna and I sitting in the front seat going, oh, look, there's an Arkansas right there. Woohoo, we got another one. Way to go. It's just, we did so poorly, but we did it. So it was checked off the list. And then we got done with the vacation. And a year later, we're like, hey, we're thinking about like getting an RV and going around to a bunch of national parks. Both the kids are like, nope, if it involves driving long distances, we're out. We're done. We're not doing that. Okay.
All right. They said, fuck the road trips. Huh?
Yeah. All right. So apparently we're just flying places and vacate, which I'm fine with. Because quite frankly, driving for multiple days is just frickin' exhausting.
Yeah.
Like I can do it. I've driven across the country lots of times, but if I don't have to, if there is a faster version, I will do that.
So Kate and I talked. So she grew up Southeast Asia, right? Born in New Hampshire. Pop's got a job with Nike. Pretty much moved overseas, bounced around until her freshman year in high school. So she has, what she has seen and done is awesome, right? She's lived in so many countries, experienced so much culture, this and that. When you get to sights and seen in the United States, she's only done the coasts.
Oh.
Right? Massachusetts, New Hampshire, all up and down, Florida, all up and down the West Coast. So we have talked about that once Coop goes off to college, right? And with her new job of being able to work remote, I'm like, God, we might need to do like a year of just
go see shit.
Get a small little RV, something that she would even feel comfortable driving, which you and I'll be driving. But but if I could find a nice little classy, kind of like the party bus, right? Like I don't need you don't need
a.
I would love a rock star fucking bus, right? You know, $1 million, but that's not in the budget.
Big old Class A.
Yeah. So, but I was like, it would be kind of fun, but I would only like to do it short time because I don't see me being an RV owner, right? Like, I don't know. I've never really had that bug. I used to like camping. Hell, I don't even camp anymore, right?
No.
So, but it would be fun because I feel like you can at least flip it when you're kind of done with it, right? As long as you maintain it, you take, I wouldn't want a piece of junk, but I don't also, I don't need the top end stuff. So
you're not talking like a Delta Park homeless family RV. I mean, you're not going to cousin Eddie this thing.
No. We're not going to like duct tape the window seals if they start leaking or have, 18 different spray paints and colors on it. But I feel like that's the only way though for Kate to, because I've been pretty lucky, right? I've driven across country. I go back every year to the Midwest to see McCurdy, and we're bouncing between Michigan and Ohio in a car. So I've been to Kentucky. I haven't seen all the states, but I've checked a shit ton of states off. So I'm like, really the only way, because it'd be really expensive just to fly. So I'm like, maybe that is something in our cards at some point to. She wants to see it. I want her to see it, but it's like I don't know how else to check off a shit ton of sites, in a short. Especially like I said, she has the flexibility with her job to
be wherever,
as long as she has internet. And I think the only prereq is she has to stay in the States. I don't think she can go out of the country. But I'm like, well, hey, if you have that flexibility, maybe we have to, take some summers off, because I can't, unfortunately, just pour beer from Tap 4 if I'm in Wyoming. I haven't figured that. If anyone can figure that out, please reach out. Let Big Mike know how I can remote pour some.
You just beverages. Like a robot with an iPad screen, just like rolling by, like, hey, how are you doing today? Thanks for stopping in at Tap 4.
What's up, fucker? This is Big Mike.
Hey, you're a Mug Club member. According to AI, you're mug number 11. What would you like to drink today? Oh, man, this guy's just like Mike. He's almost as funny.
So I don't know. We'll see. On paper, it could be one of those vacations, though. On paper, it sounds fun, right? But we've also Kate and I have never done anything like that.
Right.
So it's like,
it might be worth like finding a
putting your toe
a
in
month
the water
period,
and
renting one and trying to do a little bit of that, but
stay close, right? Like, it'd be fun to go to like Yellowstone and stay, kind of in the Pac Northwest, Colorado, Wyoming, but yes, rent one, see if it's feasible, see if she doesn't kill me, right?
Like, okay, so sleeping in an RV with you doesn't work. Okay, so let's just do hotels from now on. Joanna and I have talked, and I think once we're, doing other things, like the kids are in college and everything, it's instead of like buying another place someplace, in Arizona or something like that, I think what we would rather do is just do long-term rentals in various places. So spend a month in one place, spend a month in another place, and just go from, wherever to wherever and experience different areas and never really have to like worry about taking care of a place after we leave, or, who's going to take care of the lawn while we're gone, that kind of a thing. Just short-term rental it from place to place when we're wanting to travel, and then we can come home when the weather's nice and we're not going to get iced in or something stupid like that up here. And, spend the, summer right now, not bad. A little warm here and there, but not bad.
Yeah.
Do I want to be here in January when it's freezing? No, I don't. I want to go somewhere warm. So I think that's what we're going to do instead.
There you go. See?
So, we have great ideas, and then we have shitty ideas. We're going to, I think we're going to do Italy around Christmas this year with the family. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
A RV trip around all the national parks on the West Coast. That ended up being kind of a bad idea. Like that's not a great idea. Going to Disney World in August, that seems like a bad idea.
Oh man,
I can't imagine the amount of chafing and sweat that would entail.
Dude, that's like things are getting amputated because they're it's so bad.
Yep. Nope. Screw that. Nope. Out.
Yeah, nothing in Florida in August sounds fun.
No. In between hurricanes and humidity and all, Mike, neither you or I are built for humidity.
No, that's the one thing, man. I have been spoiled. I'm a West Coast boy, right? Oh, man, when Kate and I started dating and were serious and going back to meet, some of the East Coast family.
Yeah.
I had to man up so much. I was like, how do you guys do? I would get out of the shower and I'd drop and I'm like, why am I fucking soaking wet? I don't, what the fuck is happening? I don't understand. You go in, you clean your body, you shower, you dry off, and you can't get socks on, right? Because you're wet and I'm like, how do people I know everyone you get used to bullshit.
No.
I don't understand how you can get used to humidity. Seasons, absolutely. You move somewhere like when McCurdy moved back to the Michigan area and the snow, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't understand
humidity.
How you can get used to just constantly being wet and sticky and miserable, right?
It sounds like a bad porno.
Well, but I don't know. I call bullshit on anyone that says, "Oh no, you get used to it."
You get used to it. No,
you don't. You're lying.
No, you're just buying so much baby powder and anti-chafe stuff that you just build it into your budget. Yeah. F that. I'm out. Nope.
Can't do it.
Nope.
I can't do it. I try to forget about it, right? But you still, things stick. Like you can't get used to it. I don't. No. It's bullshit. So if anyone claims that, and I ain't mad. I'm not mad at you. You're just you haven't come to terms with your lying to yourself.
We're gonna talk about that in therapy, okay?
That's right. All right, that will be after break. Do I have to recline even farther? Full.
How do you really feel about that, Mike?
You're lying to yourself.
Say more about that.
This episode of the Whiskey and Wine Podcast is sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. PDX Party Bus pricing is all inclusive. This means all the hourly rates include all fees and mileage. No surprise charges at the end of your party, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com. and plan your next wine tasting, birthday party, or just a great weekend. pdxpartybus.com.
Oh, buddy. Oh, Talladega Nights. It's a good thing to watch as we're taking a little break.
The only problem is we get like into it and we're like, maybe we should just recline and just make this a half-hour episode.
Yeah, that's right. See, fucking Applebee's.
Oh my god, I forgot that there were Applebee's commercials in the movie.
They roll so much that now there's like, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. They come back and the cars are still fucking flipping down.
Oh my god, this movie is so great. And then the foot race at the end of it, and then oh my god, this thing is just so good.
And great cast.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh. All right. So speaking of cars and vacations and everything else, so when I was in college, I used to have to drive across country to get back to college in upstate New York. Did it a few times, and then after that, I was kind of done with driving across country. So I had an old, well, not old, but it's old now. I had a 96 Chevy S10. It was as base as you can really get it, except for carpet and a cassette tape.
Buddy.
And no air conditioning, manual transmission, all that stuff. And so my buddy in high school decided to drive across country with me a couple of times, and so the first time we did it, we're like, all right, let's just enjoy the ride, right? Let's go see the country.
Yep.
We get to Montana, and at this time, Montana's speed limit was reasonable and prudent.
Yes.
But I'm in a 1996 Chevy S10, and I learned about 3/4 of a mile into Montana that the speed governor on an S10 stops at 97 miles an hour. So you hit 97 miles an hour and then it goes like, okay, so we'll set cruise control at 96 and just go. Even at 96 miles an hour, Montana is a big fucking state. Like really ridiculously large. So we get through Montana and we keep going. We get into Iowa. We see Iowa. We decide to stop in Cleveland for a day. And we go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and kind of walk around town. And we're like, okay, so now we've seen Cleveland.
Check it off.
We go up to Niagara Falls. Like, let's go see Niagara Falls. Why not? What the hell? We see that. Like, all right, that's cool. We get down to my college. We drop off all my stuff, and he's still got another 4 days before he's flying back because we made good damn time. Like, we would drive from 7 o'clock in the morning until like 9:30 at night. Yeah. We were cruising. So we decided to go up to Montreal for a couple of nights, and because it's 18 and up to drink up there.
Nice.
We're like, hell yeah, we're going to have a party. Yeah, so we had a good time in Montreal, but one, like, we did not pick the best hotel in Montreal. We learned after we were checking out that almost all the other rooms are used by the hour.
Ooh, yeah, one of those.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Yeah.
And so we're driving back, and we're hungover, we're done, we've got through the border, and we're coming down upstate New York, and I come around the corner, and there's a cop. Like, I've driven all the way across country up to Canada and back, and this is the first time I've seen a cop, and the cop pulls us over. Like, the first real cop that we'd seen, like, waiting with a speed trap.
Shit.
Come around the corner, pulls us over, and she's talking to us, getting the information. She goes, "Are you legitimately from Oregon?" Like, yes, we're from Oregon. I'm going to college down here in Schenectady. And she's like, "And you drove across the country, and then you went up to Montreal, and now you're going back down to..." "Yeah." "All right, you're fine. Just slow down." I'm like,
yes.
Okay, thanks. Like, she'd never... Like, I was a fucking unicorn or something. Like, this guy's from Oregon. That's fucking
You're
weird.
way out here.
Yeah. So I drove across country a few times. Never doing that again if I never have to, because that whole middle part of the country is just exhausting.
Yes.
It's big.
Well, especially too if you don't have some of the comfort creatures or what am I even trying to say?
Yeah, air conditioning. Air conditioning in frickin' late August in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Don't have that even at 75 miles an hour. It's not cooling down in there.
Yeah. No.
There were some smells by the end of the day.
Fucking just ripe.
Oh, gross. Just so gross.
No, I didn't go all the way across. The last road trip we went from Oregon here to Oklahoma, but we were doing a caravan. It was a move. A few of us from Tapforia had some time. Moved another Mug Club member from Tapforia to Oklahoma. So we had 2 cars. One was a box truck, big international.
Yeah.
Diesel, frickin' big old sumbitch. And then we had a nice new Jeep Wrangler.
Oh.
So it was like when we were shuffling off, I was like, hey, I need to take the Jeep for the first leg because I need to talk to my beer vendors.
Yeah.
I got to get the orders in for Tap. And this has Bluetooth. So
yeah.
I'm going to take that. Man, once it was like going 40 years back in the future, right? Because then you'd get in the box truck. No AC. All we had was the windows. And it did have, I know there's a name for them. You might know. The little glass triangle windows that you can push in. Like,
yeah. The tilts.
Oh, thank God for those. Because it was the only way. It was the only way to actually get like, not only air in the cab, but like air on the smelly regions, right? So like you would unlatch those things and turn them in. And the box truck, its governor was much slower. This sumbitch was so slow. I looked at the ass end of it from Oregon. Where did we stop? We stopped right out of Salt Lake City on day 1. So that was the distance we did. And I finally had enough of staring at the same white roll-up door for like 16 hours. And we did have walkie-talkies. So I was like, they wanted the box truck just to be in front because if something happened and if it broke down.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, it was getting late. And if you know anything about Utah and their alcohol laws, very limited, right? So it was like, looked ahead, Google Maps. I was like, all right, we're about an hour away from the hotel, right? We're starting to get into some towns. I gotta see something. I'm like, I'm gonna speed up, go to a gas station, and buy some super heavy 4.2% alcohol that we can buy. And it felt so good. I put my blinker on and I passed this truck. It was at night, and I looked down. I'm doing like $110 in a Wrangler, which wasn't safe. But I was like, I've been doing 57 for the last like 8 hours behind the same fucking truck. Fun, great, had a blast, right? All the dudes had walkie-talkies, but it was funny to be able to go back and forth between, a diesel huge box truck with no comfort creatures whatsoever, then to a Jeep Wrangler that had, stereos and HVAC systems and steering wheel controls and power windows and power door locks and comfortable seats and
oh God,
it makes all the difference on a road trip. It
really does. Like, but even if I had one of the newest vehicles that has like the self-driving capability and all the other stuff, I still don't know that I want to make that drive anymore. Like that, it was hard enough to stay conscious and aware all the time on major highways, and God forbid they not be under construction on every highway ever all summer long.
Yeah, no, summers, man. Fuck. Look at Highway 99. They've been working on that for how long now?
Yeah, 2.5 years or something. Yeah, it's
just wrap it up.
Yeah, come on now. And they'll like pave a section, and then you're like, ooh, this is nice, and then you hit the bump where they have not finished paving yet. And how?
Yeah, I went down that. I don't know what it is. It's at least a few inch difference, right? When they grind out the one lane and then you have to transition, it was a jeez.
Like,
I felt like Evel Knievel trying to jump a canyon or something. Did I make it? Am I alive?
Oh, yes. Oh, there's the end of Talladega Nights.
Shit. No, this is all
yeah, the commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
Great movie.
Oh, so much fun.
Great movie. So what do you think of the cheapie that I brought over here?
Well, it doesn't drink cheap.
No, like I said, we thought if you took all the labels or at least poured it in a bottle or another glass, right?
Yeah. Yes,
there are going to be people out there that could taste the difference between this and, hell, even something, 40, 50, 60, but maybe, what we did last week with the burnt. Sure, yes. Some could. I don't think the majority could, though. Especially if you weren't
I think we have
collector, right?
I think we definitely have people whose taste buds would be good enough to tell the difference, but in general, I think you're right. I think this is just one of those things that it tastes solid. It's just not super complex. Like, there's so much out there now that has so much more to it. It's ridiculous.
But I mean, even the bottle, right?
Yeah.
The bottle doesn't look like it's under 20.
Nope.
You know what I mean? They do the raised 1789 in the center.
Yep.
Very clean. Very. It's not your typical fifth. Just
rounded neck. Like, it's not the typical just round bottle.
No, that's probably, they know what they're doing.
Yep.
So no, it's been a good sipper, especially watching a little Talladega Night. Feeling right at home. A little Ricky Bobby over here.
Ricky Bobby.
That's right.
No, I don't mind this. Now, is it complex? I mean, like, the price is really low. It's available everywhere. So, like, now we're hitting a couple of things, right? But is it really so grand that it's up there in the ratings? I don't know. What do you think?
As far as that goes, no, right? You can't, at least for me.
Yeah.
It hits some boxes.
Yeah.
Definitely on the price. But no, it's one that I bet you the majority of people have had a bottle at some point, if not already a bottle in their collection, right?
Yeah.
Because it's really fucking hard to pass up the price point for what you get for that price point.
Absolutely.
Some of the flavors and the vanillas and the smoke and that kind of stuff, yes, it does die off a little bit. I forgot, what is this? Is it a 8-year? What would it? I forgot to look. I think it's an 8. I might have to look it up just to confirm. But like I said, the initial flavor, the nose on it, it definitely hits. It hits some, and a lot of the boxes. It is just like you said, though. It's not a platinum.
Yep.
Right. At least to me, it's probably not even a high gold.
Yeah.
Just on the fact that it does die off a little bit.
Yep.
Doesn't have crazy. It has all the flavors that you would expect in a bourbon, right?
Yeah.
It has some of the spice. It has a little the bite. It has this. It has that. But I'll tell you what, if you haven't had that for $20 frickin' bucks, it kind of knocks your socks off.
Yeah. You're not going to find a lot of other $20 bourbons out there that are going to do this. So, I mean, yeah, there's probably a few out there, bottled in bonds and that kind of stuff that'll get up there. But really, I think pretty impressive. So, I don't know. For me, I would have to say it's a gold.
Yep. No. Yep. It's 1,000%. It's a solid gold.
Yeah. Yep.
Made by people knowing what they're doing. Like I said, the price is,
Yeah.
You know how much I've talked about the Evan Williams, the bottle and bond, same price point, right?
Yeah.
Tad more heat. It's 100. This is 94, but I mean, it's, you do get some. You get the charred oak flavor. Like I said, I like the bottle. If it's one of those bottles, I feel like if you're starting off or in the mid range or whatever, and your friends, the bottle, it looks impressive, right?
Yeah.
It looks like it's a much more expensive bourbon.
Yeah, like I mean, the bottle is reminiscent of your Angel's Envy up there.
Yeah, it has that same shape, right?
Yeah,
a little faux wood on top, right? Like I said, I like the fact that it's not just
basic,
a basic label, right?
She ain't just basic.
No. I like the raised. I like the raised year, right? They've tried to make the one sticker somewhat a little fancy with the red ribbon and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No,
solid.
dude, solid gold.
Fully agree.
Shit, hold on, we got to cheers to let that one in. Hold on, solid gold there.
Boom.
Oh man, we got more movies. Just think, man, football is so close.
It is.
It is so close. Like close to the point that college is gonna be here in like a month.
Yeah. Did you play the new NCAA game yet?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, but Jackson's definitely going to play it, and he's going to smoke my ass because it's been a hot minute since I've done that.
Dude, those games, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get them the finger muscle memory, right? Dude, my boy out in Central Oregon, out in Bend, Johnny 5, dude, him and I used to be so funny because we were gamers, but we played a lot of video games in high school, and it was funny, man. Him and I would always bitch. Why do you have to do a 19-step process to throw the fucking football? Right? We can't, like GoldenEye, dude. How many nights?
Oh yeah, that's so simple,
dude. If I hear that music, even to this day, dude, I'm like,
even the pause music.
Yes, dude. But then you got on when Blitz was starting to come through and all the EA, I'm like, holy shit, you would have to press X to hike it, but then to do something, it was like, oh shit, I gotta do fucking double tap up here and the trigger and then a fucking rotation and this. Oh, dude, hearing my boy Johnny 5, he would always bitch like, they need a pass button. B, pass. That's all I want. I don't want to have to call an audible and do this and then direct it.
It gets even worse. So we've got one of those VR headsets.
Yeah.
And I got a football game for it. And you're supposed to use the controllers and hike the ball and then, look around and you look at the player that you want to pass to and then you use the controller to pass the ball. I completed 0 passes because apparently my arm motion or something about it is just not right. And I'm just like, all right, fuck, I'm out. Never mind. I'm going to play Angry Birds on my VR.
Dude, that's the next time I come over after vacay, we might have to, you might have to
You want me to dial that thing up?
You might have to demonstrate just so I could get a little video for our listeners. And here's Martin hiking the ball.
Yeah. Like, are you sure that's what you're doing? Yeah, no, I'm playing Virtual Cow Milker right now.
Oh, shit.
Well, sir, well done.
Yeah, buddy.
Enjoy your vacation.
Yeah, buddy, you enjoy your vacation.
I'm going to.
It will be, we'll come back all rested up, rejuvenated.
Yep. And
maybe a little hungover.
Yeah. A lot hungover. Yeah. But that's okay. I'm good with that.
Oh, God, man.
Naps. Lots of naps.
Yeah. We were last year when we left Cabo, we were with the Braces. We went in the airport, and it was like, we just left all-inclusive resort, right? We got to the airport, and it was like I didn't want a single drop of alcohol. I was done. I was done on fish tacos. I was done on nachos. I love Mexican food, right? And I love Mexican alcohol, but it was like we got to the airport. I was like, I need I ended up going to Panda Express. I dropped, it was like $20 for a fucking plate of chow mein noodles and orange chicken, and then another $6 for a bottle of water. But I was like, I need water, and I need something besides just beans, and rice.
Yes, just give me something new.
I was so anti-rice. I was like, I can't even do fried rice right now.
Give me the noodles. I want the noodles, and I want the orange chicken.
Yeah, that's all I could do.
All the processed food right now.
Yeah. It might give me I need to fill my belly so I could sleep on the plane. And then we landed in San Diego, and we ended up getting drunk at the PG restaurant there.
Yeah,
so
baby.
I just needed to leave and re-enter America, right? Get back to this country. And then I was like, well, shit, what are we going to do on this layover? Let's go drink. All right, that sounds perfect. Let's go drink.
That's awesome. Oh, hell.
So, we'll have to, we might be doing a lot of water and liquid IV on the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see how we're holding up.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, you enjoy vacation, and remember to check out the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. If you've got any suggestions, you want to come on the show, whatever you want to do, go ahead and drop us a line. We're open to all. Most. We're open to most. We have some blacklisted people.
80% of the time it works every time.
Yes. Excellent. Well, thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll catch you up on next week.
All right. See ya.
Later.
Bye.
The Whiskey and Wine Podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house. Founded in 2014, Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are a bottle shop as well now? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, or 12-pack of the latest and greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard. Visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beer and wines.